Alright, welcome back to part 2, Matt's Math and More, lesson 2-7, math expressions. It's really just the associative property of addition. You'll need it to do the homework, or you'll need it just to know what the associative property is all about. This is the second part of a 3-part series. Tomorrow will be the distributive property. Anyway, it's pretty easy. It's not bad. It's like having a nice little salad with a koala. Okay, so part 2 of this series in lesson 2-7, part 2 is the associative property. Commutative property dealt with order, with flipping the numbers around. The associative property deals with grouping. So you're keeping the numbers in the same order, 5, 2, 8, 5, 2, 8, but you're changing the grouping to make your life easier. Here's what I mean. I could group it 5 plus 2 plus 8, or I could group it 5 plus 2 plus 8. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it makes life easier in one or the other. It's still an easy problem. I know 5 plus 2 is 7. Then bring down the 8. And I know 7 plus 8, okay, is 15. Not too bad. But let's see if this way is even easier. Oh, look at this. 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. In my mind, this was much easier to group by tens, or to group it by easier addition problems. And this will also carry over into multiplication when you're ready for it. So this associative property is also helpful when you're doing addition or multiplication. Remember, these are the only two cousins it works with from what you learned in commutative property. This does not work with subtraction or division. Just addition and multiplication, but very helpful. Here's a good example of where you definitely want to use the associative property of addition. Now look at this fraction problem. I'm adding 6/10 plus 4/6 plus 2/6. Now this one looks difficult to me because I don't like the looks of this right here. I see that I don't have a common denominator. I'm going to have to find an LCM. Now I could do this. I could do all my LCMs and everything. Or I could say to myself, wait a second. If I just change the order, the grouping of this problem, I can make life much easier. Watch. If I just keep it 6/10 plus 4/6 plus 2/6, I did not change the order, but I'm changing my grouping. You could just do that in your head. Look what I just put together. Common denominators. Oh, and 4 plus 2 is 6, so this becomes 6/6, which is the same as the number 1. And now that I know that this is 1, I know that my answer is just plain old 1 and 6/10. I mean, you could have found an LCM, a common denominator, added them together, then add this, then simplify it. You could do all that and you'll get 1 and 6/10. Or you could just see, if I use my associative property, I can regroup it, come up with a whole unit, and add it together. Very simple. One more example of how you might see the associative property being helpful. Let's say you got this decimal equation and you're adding it together. And you could do this. I mean, I could add these two numbers together and then take the answer here, the sum, and add it to this one. I could do it no problem. But I could also see in my head that I could rechange my brackets and help my life. Watch this. Watch how easy this is. I keep the order. 2.03 plus 0.97 plus 2.87. Now, I'm just going to change my brackets from here to here. Why would I do that? Because I saw really easy that this equals one whole. 97, 98, 99, 100. Like 97 cents plus 3 cents is $1. So very quickly I could see that there's a 2 and a 1, that this is 3 plus 2 and 87/100. In my head, real quickly, I know this is 5 and 87/100. Now, that was pretty easy using the associative property. Not too bad, but this would have been a lot more steps. Not switching it up, going to associative property, no problem. I like salad, and I like koalas. This should be awesome. Want some? Want some?